What do you say to people who say that true socialism has never been tried, and so you shouldn't really knock it until we see evidence of it?
What I would say there is that those who make this objection never seem to be inclined to hear this one. They're always very critical of capitalism, but I don't feel like it would satisfy them if I were to say, yes, but true capitalism has never been tried, where people equitably work together to maintain their property in exchange. You have to give it a chance. For them, it's always true capitalism. So I would ask them, well, what is true socialism? And I would say, okay, so you're telling me I shouldn't judge your system because no one has ever instituted a totally unrealistic version of it that depends on people acting against their nature in a perfect altruistic way. Okay, well, if your system depends on people acting in this way, it's not a good system, because I could do the same thing, Matt. I could say, yes, but true capitalism, Matt, is where employers always make sure their employees' needs are taken care of and go above and beyond. And so everything you're showing me is not true If we just had a true capitalist system, no, you can either judge fanciful socialism against fanciful capitalism, or you can judge lived socialism against lived capitalism. And we do have ways to do that, Matt. We do have ways to do that. And we have experiments that have been done in the history of this world. And two good ones are North and South Korea and East and West Germany.
Okay.
That is socialism. And it's the socialism that people will object, but it's status socialism. But that's what ends up happening. As I said, if you get more than 20 people, if you get hundreds of thousands or millions of people, the social power will reside in government bureaucrats. It can't reside in the populace. So when you look at East and West Germany and North and South Korea, the differences are stark, especially when both of these four countries, when they started, so East and West Germany started was after World War II, when you had the split. Eastern Europe was occupied by the Soviet Union. I remember actually growing up, it was funny. It wasn't until the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991 that you had a unified Germany. I remember growing up, I had a globe in my room that had East and West Germany on it.
Wow.
And then we had to change it. That you compare them, East and West Germany, North and South Korea, they start actually about economically the same. And then when you let the decades unfurl, you see their competing ideologies, where you have prosperous, that West Germany, you have the BMWs and the most prosperous, automakers now in West Germany. South Korea is the 7th largest economy in the world. And today, of course, East Germany doesn't exist. But when it did, East Germany could only put out things like the Trabant, which was a car that was so bad you had to rock it to mix the oil and fuel together. It didn't have important safety features. North and South Korea is the 7th largest economy in the world. North Korea is a hermit kingdom that's totally dark at night. So
Thank you for watching this clip. You can click here to watch the full episode. And I want to say a big thanks to our sponsors and to our amazing patrons for making all of this possible. Please do us a favor before you go. Click that subscribe button and then the bell. And that way YouTube will be forced to let you know every time we put out a new episode.